audio.
A very good afternoon. Welcome to MUTV News at 1. My name is Victor Kipchumba. Now let's first look at the story making our headlines. Ministry records indicate alarming rise of teenage pregnancies. Increasing costs of commodities biting hard at Ongata Rongai residents. And Ole Kasasi Stadium in the ambitious project is nowhere to be seen. Now, the Kajiado County political landscape is facing a lot of uncertainty as aspirants get almost the same popularity amongst the residents, according to recent statistics done by Mizani Africa. Electinometer tells us more.
Kajiado South politician Jonathan Major is the man to beat if an election of an MP was carried out today. A survey carried out and released by Mizani Africa indicates Major is leading with 27.2% in popularity among 5 other contestants. Coming second is Sakimba Parashima, who managed 26.6%, followed by Mwalimu Samuel Kutata with 20.4% of the total votes. Joseph Olesingaru was relegated to the 4th position by Mizani Africa with 10.2%, while David Livondo got 6.5% and Saibulu Wenga managed 1.8%.
Mimi natafuta kiti cha ubunge 2022. Mimi ndio naitwa Jonathan Major. Nimetoka tu sehemu hii ya Narara.
Opinion outcomes of such polls indicates how candidates are performing, and such positions can improve depending on how aspirants are moving on with their campaigns. Reporting from MMUTV, my name is Electin Ometa.
New statistics from the Ministry of Health have linked the latest HIV infections to early teenage pregnancies, with Kajiado County being among the 9 counties in Kenya with the highest records of teenage pregnancies. Our reporter Esther Moringa spoke to residents within Kajiado County and filed this report for us.
The ministry now says that approximately 98 adolescents are infected with HIV weekly, with Kenya ranked as the 3rd highest globally in teen pregnancies. Health officers have raised an alarm. 9 counties in particular have been noted as having records of the highest teenage pregnancies in the country: Nairobi, Kajiado, Homa Bay, Meru, Kericho, Narok, Kisii, Mandera, and Bomet. For residents of Rongai in Kajiado County, this continues to be one of the biggest challenges in the area.
Kama mkazi wa hapa Rongai, naona wasichana siku hizi wanapata mimba za mapema. Kwanza uchumi inaharibu, imekuwa ngumu. So everyday kwa serikali inafaa iangalie, ilowe prices, iangalie watoto, at least hizi mimba za mapema zipungue.
Peer pressure kwa wingi sana. The more we are living, the more we are desiring of things. Yani maisha ni kushikana tu, yani maisha ni kupatana, yani, and that's how the spreading of HIV and AIDS is coming to a realization, and it's coming to be public. That's a public disease.
The age gap given by the Ministry of Health is between 10 to 14 years. Here, the HIV infections are said to be very rampant. It is clear that the government needs to make urgent intervention so that a lasting preventive solution to this crisis can be found. Reporting for MUTV, my name is Esther Moringa.
Now, the rise in the prices of maize flours not only affected the common mwananchi, but also the businessmen supplying the same. Doris Kameni filed this report for us.
Maize flour prices have hiked in the country of late. This has not only affected the common man, but also few businessmen in the country.
Imeni affect kwa sababu once kulingana vile nilikuwa nimenunua unga nimenunua na bei ya juu, lakini ikawa kwa hali ya vile sasa unga imeanguka, ikawa sasa kwangu inani affect kwa sababu siwezi nikauza vile sana nilikuwa napata pale mbeleni. So inatanibidi kwa sababu ya customers, challenges za customers, sasa itanibidi sasa niuze kwa bei ya chini yenye ambayo customers atakuwa akikubalia.
The effect caused by the increase in the cost of living have been evident all over the country, as not only the common man is being affected, but also different businessmen. Reporting for MUTV, I am Doris.
Elsewhere, outdated cultural beliefs and practices are interfering with education in certain parts of Kajiado County. Majority of the boys drop out of school to join Moranism, and so are their counterparts, the girls who either get married off or get pregnant. Lydia Murugi with more.
Literacy levels in Kenya rate higher in some counties than others. According to the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, in Kajiado County, only 70% of the adult population is literate, with 30% of the population unable to read and write. Traditional beliefs and cultural practices such as female genital mutilation, early marriages, and Moranism remain the biggest drawback to improving the literacy levels among pastoral communities. As the parents move from one place to another in search of pasture for their livestock, the children are forced to move with them. Some boys delve in more into Moranism than the girls getting pregnant. Some are forced to give away their daughters as young as 13 as brides in exchange for cattle.
Girls. I feel proud of being here St. Girls, because there is other girls like me that have not get chance of being here. If I was not to be here, I will be married at home now. I was not think that there is one day I'll go and I'll come to study at St. Girls with other different.
These cultural practices and beliefs are deeply rooted in the ethnic societies of the Maasai, which poses as a hindrance in promoting education. Reporting for MUTV, my name is Lydia Murugi.
We are taking a short break. We'll be back with more news on the other side of the break. Stay tuned.
Miaka ni 5 sasa imepita tangu uchaguzi mkuu wa mwaka wa 2017. Wakenya tumekuwa tukiishi kwa amani kati yetu, umoja na undugu. Tumeona umuhimu wa kuishi pamoja na amani kupitia maendeleo tuliyo nayo. Vita na ubaguaji kati yetu hututenganisha na kuturudisha nyuma kimaendeleo kama Wakenya. Ewe baba, ewe mama, ewe kijana, dumisha amani kati yako na jirani yako na hata usiyemjua. Kabila tuliyo nayo ni moja, na kabila hiyo ni Ukenya. Tusitenganishwe na ukabila, wanasiasa wabaya, kulipwa hongo. Tudumishe amani msimu huu wa kura zinazokuja. Epuka vita, piga kura kwa amani.
Wakenya wenzangu, tuepuke kuhongwa na wanasiasa wabaya, chochezi za wanasiasa na vita vya ukabila katika kura zinazokuja.
Tupige kura kwa amani.
Tupige kura kwa amani.
Jirani yako atabaki kuwa jirani yako kabla ya uchaguzi, wakati wa uchaguzi na hata baada ya uchaguzi. Kwa hivyo tupige kura kwa amani. Thanks for staying with us. Now, in other news, increase in prices of basic commodities has caused a living burden to the residents of Ongata Rongai in Kajiado County, as Habiba Mohammed tells us.
Increase in fuel prices has caused a living burden as prices of basic commodities are hiking every day, making it difficult for the common mwananchi to obtain goods at affordable prices. Increment in price of goods is being witnessed every part of the country, including Ongata Rongai, where goods are becoming unaffordable.
Ukiangalia unga vile iko na bei kali, kwa mahoteli nyingi imefungwa. Hawa watu wote walikuwa wanafanya kazi kwa hiyo mahoteli wamefungiwa kazi. Saa hii hatuna mbele wala nyuma. Uende Marigiti, hakuna kitu yoyote inakuja, juu mimea yote iliharibika. Sisi wana Kenya hatuna mbele wala nyuma.
Mimi naomba serikali atusaidie kwa sababu vitu zimepanda bei sana. Ile mshahara mtu anapata haitoshi. Ukitoa na ya nyumba na ya chakula unabaki hauna kitu. So mtu anafanyia kazi bure. Ningeomba atusaidie kiasi. Tuulize hizi vitu bei. Yote pesa sasa si kama iko mbaya.
Residents here in Ongata Rongai are calling upon relevant authorities, hoping that prices will be back to normal and relieve them of the burden and cost of spending more. For MUTV, I'm Habiba Mohammed.
Despite the water shortage in Multimedia University of Kenya, most water taps have remained unrepaired in the school's hostel and water runs throughout. Jackson Musia filed this report for us.
The water shortage problem in Multimedia University of Kenya has been going on for a while and is expected to continue. This has been caused by various reasons.
There are a few unrepaired taps in the hostels, and most of the times when there is water, it will be flowing out of these taps continuously. And most of these times, this can be a day or two. Apart from that, sometimes people are irresponsible and sometimes leave water running, which generally has led to water wastage in the school. Even when the school is trying their best to curb this, the situation sometimes is bad, more so in the hostels, and the resident students have to fetch water from taps outside the hostel.
As to when this problem is likely to end, no one knows, but it is expected to continue. Reporting for MUTV, my name is Jackson Musia.
And in sports news, in 2014, the ambitious project to build Ole Kasasi Stadium in Kajiado North Sub-County kicked off 8 years down the line, and there's not much to show. Our sports news editor David Otieno visited the stadium and filed this report for us.
Ole Kasasi Stadium, located a few kilometers from Ongatarongai town, is a stalled county government of Kajiado project. Despite being started in the 2014-2015 financial year, the stadium has since been turned to nothing less than an open field. One goalpost is missing while the remaining one is filled with rust. The fence around the stadium has been towed down, making it possible to enter the stadium from virtually any direction. The gate is literally gone. An anonymous source told us it was stolen by one of the residents around. The toilets are also dilapidated and filled with filth. The basketball court built adjacent to the football pitch also never saw the light. We spoke to David Kepioni, captain of a local football club which has turned the stadium into a training ground.
Majina naitwa David More kama Marcelo, player wa the Gideons FC. Tumekuwa hapa tukitrain for the last 8 years. Hii project ilianza the year 2014 na county government ya Kajiado, lakini of late hawajakuwa wakishow up. Walikuja tu wakamwaga mchanga, wakatandaza, wakapanda nyasi kidogo, alafu wakaenda.
This is the current state of the Ole Kasasi Stadium, which was supposed to be finished like 2 years ago. It is the hope of the residents that the stadium will be finished by the next county government. Reporting for MUTV, I'm David Otieno.
Now, David Otieno's report wraps up this afternoon's bulletin. You have yourself a wonderful afternoon. My name is Victor Kipchumba.